Presidential election drew closer. Our new staff was searching for a special segment to do for this particular day. We decided that the best way to assess this year's election was to ask the faculty and staff what grade would you give President Obama.
If I was Obama's teacher while he's president, I'd probably give him a B. I think the biggest mistake he made was thinking that he could change the climate in Washington.
I feel like the state that our country was in when he took office was not one that lended him the opportunity to be very successful.
This is a tough question.
I admit he, faced a lot of obstacles, but we also have to remember that for a couple of years he had control of Congress. He had a democratically controlled House and Senate.
I'm an incomplete or an I would say a B minus, maybe a B. Foreign policy I would give a higher mark on. On the economy that would be lower marks. And I don't know, I would have to average out those grades.
A lot of people who were inspired about Obama when he ran in 2008 that are not going to be involved in this election this time around. So I think from that perspective, he deserves a pretty low mark, and that's why I would say a D+.
Well, I'm not going to be as generous as Mr. Shapot. He gave him a D+. I'd have to give him a D.
I think that, though, based on a rubric in terms of the organization of the administration, the way he's kept control regarding the country, regarding the Congress and the Senate, whether he's been able to pass the legislation that the American people would like to see, whether the GNP has grown in the way we'd like it to grow, whether policies have been implemented that the American people would like to see implemented, whether he's been able to keep the Tea Party in check. In terms of that, and if we would put that onto the rubric, I would award him a B-.
I just feel as though we've lost it. We're still the big kid on the block, but I think we've lost a lot of our greatness. But it can come back. I really believe that. Get a little more confidence in our government, get a little more direction that we have, and I haven't seen that with Obama.
Ideas and the plans that he had, moving forward when he was elected, we're trying to move our country in the right direction.
America right now is that there's a lack of confidence across the board, no matter what topic you're dealing with.
His fundamental mistake was that he was so good in 2008 when he ran that he set himself up for failure.
That's it, U School. What grade would you give him?